The Saint Lucia Cuba Friendship Association's anniversary celebration, held on the 28th of August, saw a significant focus on what the Cuban ambassador to Saint Lucia referred to as a blockade against Cuba.
Now we are also affected by the inclusion of Cuba in the list of countries that sponsor terrorism. Seriously, a country that, as Fidel has said, sports doctors and no bombs. And you are going to say that Cuba is a country that sponsors terrorism. It is unbelievable. But the fact of being in this list doesn't allow Cuba to do bank transfers freely, and it is a commercial, an economic, and a financial blockade.
The ambassador advocated for continued collaboration between Saint Lucia and Cuba, taking into account the escalating tensions between Venezuela and the United States.
As you know, there are ships, military ships, in the southern part of the Caribbean. Our brother President Nicolás Maduro was menaced. All our solidarity with the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela. Here we have two representatives of the embassy, and from the Saint Lucia Cuba Friendship Association, you will always count on our support.
His Excellency Peter Lansico, Saint Lucia's ambassador to Mexico and Venezuela, strongly voiced Saint Lucia's solidarity with Cuba.
So there is much more coming in terms of cooperation with Cuba, and if there are any forces out there who think that we will ever negotiate this friendship and this solidarity that we have with Cuba, they have a second thought coming. There is no negotiating our friendship with Cuba. No negotiating under any circumstances at all. Never. Cuba is our friend forever.
This year, various Caribbean nations' Cuban medical missions have been under the scrutiny of the United States. This prompted rejection from Mia Mottley, the Prime Minister of Barbados, asserting that whilst she is open to negotiating with the United States, she could do without a U.S. visa if negotiation could not bear a, quote, sensible agreement on this matter, unquote. Against this backdrop, the head of the Cuban Medical Brigade in Saint Lucia pledged the brigade's commitment to Saint Lucia for its defense of the program and its workers.
I want to thank you on behalf of more than 90 Cubans who currently work in the health system in Saint Lucia for this effort and the dedication and affection of brothers and sisters that we have received from you permanently. We are a sign of Latin American and Caribbean unity and cooperation, and we will continue with you as long as you need us.
According to the Cuban ambassador, the year 2026 will see the 25th anniversary of the Cuban Medical Brigade's presence in Saint Lucia, a testament to the history of Saint Lucia benefiting from Cuba's belief in healthcare as a public good beyond the nation's borders. On the other hand, towards the end of 2024, U.S. citizens voiced their disapproval of private sector domination over the nation's healthcare system. This was followed by the U.S. government pulling out of the World Health Organization, WHO, in January 2025. For Choice News Now, I am Cianna Dalsan.